Hello and welcome back to A Foreigner and Family in the Philippines. And this one is going to be a farm video, and this happens to be where we're at, mixing up some attemt and some lime. It's two sacks of attemt to 1 sack of lime. It just got mixed up and sacked up to be dispersed onto the field over here. These are our corn remnants over here, but it's going up on the we're planting corn up on the hill over here. Actually planted the far side of that hill, and now we worked our way across onto this side. We've got 1 carabao and 1 cow plowing right now. They're having a tough time because there are some weeds over there. See if I can zoom in a little bit and keep it steady. Moving across there. And because of the situation last time, I decided that we did not want to plant corn. I had a couple leftover sacks though. I've got this area that we weren't doing anything with. So we went ahead and planted the corn. We're only planting 2 hectares of the corn. And we planted significantly more corn last time and lost 31,000 pesos. So we're just keeping it down to just the 2 hectares of corn, and hopefully the prices are a little bit better and we can keep the costs down with the smaller area. And we've got several other things that we're working on too. I've got cucumber planting happening, some green beans, and some Sili Peppers. So we're going to take a look at those. So I'm on my way over to where we're doing the cucumbers. This area is for the cucumbers, and we had an issue with some water collecting in the front of the property here. Actually right over here, it was bad. It's down quite a bit. Looks good right now actually. Just a little bit of water, and our neighbor had suggested that we do a canal to help with that. And I thought it was, I don't know, it was kind of tough to see which side to go with the canal. I was thinking just a 2-way on each side, just one like off to the side to get it out would help, and not run along the side. But this was a little more than that. I didn't want to have this running down. I don't know, that was a little excessive there. But we did, and then I looked at where the problem was coming from, and we had dug this out so water could flow through this little culvert here, which it is doing. I can and flow out over here. So we had dug this out because it had gotten filled in when we had taken over from Del Monte, and they had bulldozed a bunch of dirt down here. But this area got built up, so when the water's coming down the hill here, which is affecting the road, it's just passing by here. Well, all we had to do was dig a little canal so it drains into here. In fact, I don't even like having this canal, because then it pulls the water over there to that little section to make the thing. But we basically just need to have the water where it goes into the canal. Not in the canal. What's a little ditch there? A little canal for the water coming down. That's it. So, and this was actually just running the plow through. This had nothing to do with it, just to see if the soil was going to be soft enough for the plow. Oh, good. That's good to hear, because I hadn't taken a look at the cucumbers, and there are over 5,500 little cucumber seedlings, and this area looks too small for so many to me. So I think we left, even though we're planting corn up there, we left a little area available up there in case there was space. Okay, let's see. I think there was some attemt involved. Okay, so these little cucumbers have sprouted, which is great. It looks like they're ready. I mean, we need to take this off. Well, I think we'll take the banana leaves off tomorrow, and And that doesn't look like they're too far from transplanting into the field. So that'll be great. And these are going in this field over here, which I had made a video. The guys had kind of harrowed this with the, what is it, the Paragus, and then just burned some of the remnants. So they'll probably run the Paragus over here again when they go, before they go to plant. And this is right next to the rice field. And I'm just looking at the rice. It looks really good. Looks nice and healthy. It's actually pretty small area, just this little section here and right over here. So that'll. We had talked about making this little section that's just weeds. I don't know, that would have been good to have that as rice since we were in the process of doing it, but that didn't happen. But oh yeah, we had harvested the lanzones. They weren't able to harvest all the lanzones up top because there were bees. So actually the climber who went up there about fell out of the tree because of the bees. So, but this is where the cucumber's going to go, and I'll keep it updated as to how that's going. I'll stop her now until I can get to the back side and take a look at the green beans. Okay, so I made it back over here to the green beans, and these are the green beans here. You can see that they have flowered, and it looks like some of them are producing green beans here. Ooh, those are kind of skinny. And I think we're scheduled to harvest the first of the green beans here next week sometime. And I do see some of these green beans. These are a little bit. These are a little more sizable, and they've still got a week to get a little more robust. But it is nice to see, yeah, green beans. They're actually all over the place. I don't know how well they show up on the video, but they are here. So I'm just going to take a quick walk down the edge of this and see what we've got for some green beans. Good, I love green beans. I think before I pulled up on the other side of the green beans. Here I am on the other side, so while I'm over here I happen to notice the teak trees are growing just fine here. We just had, and I had these weeded. I knew the weeds were taken over. I think we're still working on the weeding on those in some areas. And this is an issue where the back boundary is the creek, so we have the creek there, but we've left the bananas. It looks like there's a bunch of bananas there, a bunch there, and a bunch there. And just kind of left them there. We didn't even take off the hearts. There's one behind this one. The heart's still there. We didn't even take it off. So that's something that should have been sacked up, and we got our blue bags. We might see about getting on that tomorrow when we actually have some guys show up. But yeah, these teak trees are doing well, looks like. These teak trees have some, just to give it a little perspective, I mean, that's a huge leaf on the teak tree. Back to these green beans here. Yeah, lots of Lots of green beans. They're still small. I hope they end up getting, yeah, some big, robust green beans, packing lots of weight. We'll see what the, so I'll keep it posted as what we ended up harvesting on this, how many kilos we get for this small area back here, and what the price per kilo actually is. And I've got just one more stop that I'm planning. I'm going to go take a look at the Sili Peppers. So I'll pause her there while I make that walk over. And this is the Sili Pepper area. And as you can see, these are Sili Pepper bushes planted along a row here, kind of going down. And so this area got planted. I guess there were some issues with the seed sprouting. And I thought it was done the same day as the cucumbers over there for the second batch of Sili Peppers. And I'm looking to see the sprouting Sili Peppers, but they're not, I guess they're not as quick to sprout as those cucumbers are, because I do not see them poking their heads out just yet. And then there's still, so I guess once they start sprouting, then we're clearing out this little additional section over there, because that's an additional large area to have more of those Sili Peppers. There's a guibano looking healthy down here. I like to see that. Each the blue sticks going across there is a guibano. So the guibanos, it's kind of clear over here. I know I've mentioned them before. They are also known as a soursop. There's like, I think there are over 250 of them planted in just the two rows going across here. That's a good, healthy looking one here. And they fruit relatively quick. These are grown from seed. These were not grafted. So, and they go behind the teak and they split. They split back here. The teak go along the border, and then I just have these kind of going off across as a kind of a boundary with the row of bananas going in between. And again, then the bananas rows going up this way, with the six meter spacing, allowing for the intercropping of either cacao or coffee later on. I know I mentioned that. I feel like I mentioned that too much. You guys, folks that watching the video are like, yes, we know, stop that. But I keep thinking I see a different view, and then it's of it or something else I see, and I just want to mention it as it gets further along. But I was expecting to come here because of all the cucumber seeds have sprouted. I was expecting to see these Sili Peppers sprouted, so that wasn't good. We'll see what happens with that. And that's kind of what we've got going on in the way of planting. We've tossed around some ideas of maybe planting some ginger. So that's an idea. And then we've got one more little crop area available. And we have another guy volunteer to take over a crop. So he's working on that. He's working on getting it cleared. I don't know. He also decided on Silis. I kind of wanted to see have him mix it up a little bit and see what was different, what was good and what wasn't. But we've got a little bit of variety with the cucumber, the green beans, and now the Sili Peppers. But we'll have two, so it'll be compare who's the more efficient farmer with as far as expenses and production. So it'll be interesting to see how they do with the Sili Peppers. And I'll go ahead and end her there. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe.